The timing on that kick was exactly when I got the sound on. Ow. Rude. All right, I'm ready. No queue. Nice orange sunset. Good morning, everybody. Happy Halloween and happy 69th live stream of Final Fantasy XIV. Can't believe we've done this 69 times. I just got back from vacation. Welcome back. I hope you're doing okay. I know things were a little rough for you for a bit there. If there's ever anything I can do, you let me know. I informed Tataru of our coming. She and Hancock should be waiting for us in the Ruby Bazaar. Then it is here we part ways. Best of luck to you and yours in your piratical endeavors, I suppose. Yeah, the vacation did good. Good. Excuse me. Tried to tone that sneeze down. And my head exploded just slightly. I don't think I've ever been in this building. I thought we were going... We started on the dock because we were going to sail to the mainland. But I guess we sailed here from Doma. Makes a lot more sense. What's up? Greetings, honored sir. Will you be entering the Ruby Bazaar offices? I will. Welcome back, everyone. And congratulations on a job well done. It's a pleasure. It is a pleasure as ever to see your smiling face, Tataru. Less so yours, Hancock, though Rasho and I are sincerely grateful for your assistance. Pleasure was all mine, Master Alphino, I assure you. That was an unnecessary dig at Hancock. Anyway, you will be glad to hear that I have already chartered passage for you back to Limsa Lominsa. Ship is to leave port this very day, but the captain has agreed to wait until you four have boarded. 4 of us? You mean to stay here in Kugane? Yes, I gave it some thought and I realized even with Doma free, there's still a need for a woman in the middle. Maybe even more than before, considering all the friends and alliances you made. As I told her many times before, I would be more than willing to assist you. And as I told you many times before, I'm not about to let you worm your way into our affairs and exploit your connections for your personal gain. Did you always presume the worst? So there you have it. I will remain here now. You needn't worry, I'm a regular at the hostelry and half a dozen local other institutions. Everyone loves me. Okay. So go. Don't let me keep you. Buy your supplies and souvenirs while you still can. When you finish, make haste to the docks, pier number 2. To be precise, I'll be waiting for you there. All right. Yeah, this is the kind of thing that would drive somebody playing this game mad if they weren't reading all the cutscenes. They'd be like, I just came from the docks and you want me to run back? It's important. Establish that Tataru is hanging back here. That means our ninja, her samurai and ninja friends and lizard Mongolians might make a sneak appearance the next time we're in trouble. Could be good. Speaking of which, I think today there's a chance I will get to the next trial. And if that's true, then people can join me in this game. I can't quite remember what the trial is. I've never seen it before, so I might die. First to arrive, as always. Hopefully the others will not be far behind. But it's okay if I die, because I'm a DPS and I don't really matter.
Ah, there you are. All packed and ready to go?
To the best of my knowledge, yes. Apologies for the wait. The task of tying up loose ends invariably takes longer than one allows. Happily, however, all now seems to be in order.
Then there's nothing left to do but to board the ship. Do try and enjoy the journey, won't you? It may be your last chance to rest for a while.
That would depend on the good captain's choice of route.
As ever, Tataru, I pray you take all due precautions while making your inquiries. Better to avoid the local authorities altogether than risk a repeat of our Ishgardian episode.
And what sordid episode is this, pray tell?
Naught to speak of, I assure you.
You there! Hold that ship!
What are you two doing here? Shouldn't you be in Doma?
Shouldn't you? You left with nary a word. I half wondered if I had done something to offend.
Upon learning that you had departed for Kugane, we immediately resolved to give chase. Our comrades can manage affairs in our absence, and it seemed the least we could do. You mean you came all this way just to say goodbye?
That too, aye. But there was something else I felt I had to say. You helped us win our freedom, and for that I cannot thank you enough. Accordingly, after we have established an interim government and so forth, I think it only meet that we repay the favor by dispatching our own forces to Eorzea. If you would have us.
We harbored no expectations of such generous aid, and as there is no telling when the Empire might strike back at you, would it not be wiser to concentrate your resources on the defense of Doma?
I had a mind to pursue a more aggressive defense, to which we will send forth shinobi to provinces far and wide to spread word of our victory, that we might inspire others to take up arms as we did. Even the Empire has its limits. If the Garleans cannot be certain where and when the next rebellion will take place, how can they commit another force to Doma? And besides, so long as this debt remains unpaid, how am I to face myself and Gorsetzer?
As you wish. I will relay your offer to the Eorzean Alliance.
All of Doma is counting on you to finish what we have started. You have it in you, Lys, to seize the future you want. Never forget.
I won't, Hien. Not your words or anything else. Everything that led us here, that will drive us forward, I'll carry it with me always. And that's a promise.
I will hold you to that. Go with them to Eorzea. Tell their people of our triumph and of our pledge to stand with them.
By your leave, I shall pave the way for our new alliance.
Hurry up, you lot! The ship's about to weigh anchor!
It seems our time is at an end. Go well, my friends, and may we meet again beneath a western sky.
I appreciate the sentiment, but isn't it a little early to make, like, these promises? I mean, we had a lot of help in the American Revolution, and when it came time to return favors in Europe, we were like, nah, we're busy. New country, all that. Meanwhile, in a royal palace of Ala Mhigo,
I always knew that woman was unfit for command.
Aye, when you think of all the resources we poured into that hole, and for what?
The beast yet lives. Mayhap it is time I sharpen my claws. I wonder, will you walk into my parlor once more?
For Dolorem Lupus, come at the command of the Lord Viceroy to present the prisoner taken by the Cranier Lupi. Zenos ye Galvus, I presume.
It's true what they say. You do have the eyes of a monster. A ravenous, insatiable fiend.
You, give the butcher your weapon.
Yes, my lord.
My lord, this is...
A reward given in recognition of your service. I trust it will prove more capable than its former owner.
I swear, I'll not disappoint you, my lord.
Good. Now, silence that mewling little piglet. I will not hear another sound pass her lips until I strip the fat from her.
Looking forward to learning about this new villain. She's not new, but I like her highlights. Back in Eorzea at last, ready to pick up where we left off and finish the fight. We're not who we were when we left. We're stronger and wiser. Let's do it. Let's get back to Ala Mhigo and defeat Zenos once and for all. Okay, it's been like 10 minutes since he kicked our ass. And that would be the second time he's beaten us. But okay, yeah, sure, let's fight Zenos. Here we are, home at last. Must say the journey passed more quickly than I had expected. That would be due to the absence of otherworldly interference, I expect. I should be glad if we don't speak of that unpleasantness again. But in spite of all that, and more, we return better for the experience, and more importantly, triumphant. Indeed. With Doma freed from Imperial oppression, it is only right that we turn our thoughts to the plight of Ala Mhigo. Well, I'm all for that, obviously, but I think you should go and see the other refugees at Revenant's Toll before doing anything else. They'll be thrilled to hear what we've accomplished. And it'd sound best coming from you. Thank you. I shall do as you suggest. I see I'm not too late. Admiral, what are you doing here? East Aldernan Trading Company informed me of your impending arrival. I have tidings I thought best to share with you in person. From Gyr Abania. Aye. The Alliance still holds the wall, despite several Imperial counterattacks, but we have been unable to press further into occupied territory. Commander Kemp and his men, meanwhile, have made great strides towards rebuilding their depleted ranks. They even have taken it upon themselves to attempt some few operations, with mixed results, I'm sorry to say. It was a complication arising from one such venture which moved me to seek you out. Okay. During a mission to transport wounded resistance fighters to the Rising Stones, Trial Baldizian was taken prisoner. Trial? Do they know where she's being held? They do not. But your comrades were informed at once. I am told Thancred is in Gyr Abania, looking for her as we speak. Did this happen? Let's think out Thancred without delay. Trial taught me better than that. It would be unwise to act without first acquiring a full understanding of the situation. Thank you for informing us. Tired though we may be, we must make haste to the Castromorians. Pray excuse us, Admiral, Lady Yugiri. To the Fatmobile. Camp Mountain in town. Where is Castromorians from here? Zoop. Oh, dang. You found him. That was a lot quicker than I expected. There you are. You've heard the news? In broad strokes from Admiral Brothoswin, what happened? Krile and a squadron of resistance fighters were escorting Ishtola and several other wounded to the Rising Stones for further treatment, and they were ambushed by Imperial forces. Arnvald and his men fought valiantly, but in the chaos... We'll make no excuses. We failed to protect her. Be so hard on yourself. You protected Ishtola and the others, did you not? Tell us about the attack. It was the skulls. You knew the path across the wall we hadn't found. We thought we were safe once we reached the Black Shroud. Weren't expecting an ambush. During the fighting, I caught a glimpse of their leader's memories. It was all planned. The advantage of having a walker in the field. I am not as strong in the echo as old, of course. Half the time, it's enough to knock me on my arse. Like I've taken a dose of concentrated ether. So, you walked in Fordola's memories. What'd you see? A woman promised the world education, training, citizenship, all that and more if she but sold her soul. Traitor to her people, a pretender to her masters. If it was Zenos herself that gave the order, told her to return with Krile Baldizian alive. Our agents have been carefully monitoring the Imperial communications since the attack, but have yet to intercept any transmissions making reference to Krile and her current whereabouts. Their orders were to bring Krile back alive and save her if we move quickly enough. As you say, time is of the essence, which is why I intend to slip past enemy lines to see what information I can uncover on my own. In the meantime, it is up to you and our allies to command the Imperial's undivided attention. Lots of shouting and explosions and so forth. Keep them distracted. I'll find her. Very well. I wish I could do more to aid you, but I understand. Commander Kemp is on his way to the Castrum as we speak for a meeting with General Aldine. If you hurry, you could find him on the road and discuss the situation beforehand. I think Old and I are going to go and see Conrad like he suggested. You all wait here. Lots of talking. Also didn't remember Arenvald at all. Conrad's probably at Ralger's Reach, right? Seems like no. My bad. Right, now to the Fatmobile. Other way. This is really where the mystery starts for me. Like, sometime recently we got into like parts of the story I'd never seen before. But now, like, we're in parts I have no idea what to expect from. Like, before I stopped playing around, or before we liberated Doma. And that made me think, like, oh, okay, well, I know what the mission is. It's to liberate Doma. Here, I don't know what's going on. I don't imagine we're gonna free Ala Mhigo in a day. Oh well, isn't this a pleasant surprise? It fills my heart with joy to see you two hale and healthy. Welcome home, Lise, old. I'm sure you've heard about Kryl by now. That's why we're here. I'm still not sure what to think about it, but we'll save her. We'll definitely save her somehow. I have no doubt that you will. You look stronger for your time in the Far East, lass. That's good news for Kryl. I'd like to think so, but enough about me. How's everything with you and the Resistance? Better than when you last saw us, and no mistake. Arnvald's been a godsend. Him and Monago, and all of the other young bloods have achieved so much in such a short time. We've been blessed to receive the support of the Flames Ala Mhigo Brigade, who've been instrumental in freeing our countrymen from labor camps throughout Gyr Abania, and as well as some political prisoners from the city proper, believe it or not. Together with the refugees returning from Ul'dah and elsewhere, we had no shortage of able-bodied men and women eager to join the cause. Knew you wouldn't stop fighting, even after what happened at the Reach. Force of habit, I suppose. Though we've come a long way, we still have a far way to go. But we'll fight for every ilm, and sooner or later, we'll get to Ala Mhigo. But listen to me prattling on when we should be making haste to Castromorians. There's no point in you telling me everything now, when you'll only have to say it again for the Flame General's benefit. Right. Let's go on ahead and tell the others that you're not far off. Alright, back to the Fatmobile. You really had me take this guy out here to meet him in the driveway. Like, we could have just waited 10 minutes and he'd be here. Howdy, Pippin. Spoken with Thancred. Good. Take heart. If anyone can track her down, it's him. I believe I hear Commander Kemp's party approaching. If you're ready to address Father and the others, let's be about it. There you are. And there's Commander Kemp, I see. I know you're eager to speak of our next move, but when we would first hear more of your last. Tell us of your deeds in Doma. Alright, so one like this. We recruited a bunch of lizard Mongolians, and we stormed the castle. It was neat. Had a really cool cutscene.
Pray, join me in welcoming our Scion allies, but recently returned from their mission to the Far East. We have been most eager to hear a first-hand account of your time there, eventful as we understand it was.
Very well. Allow me.
Such victories are rarely won without sacrifice, but the prize is worth the price. Doma, free after all these years.
Bloody hells. Flooding their own castle for a better chance at victory. We could learn a thing or two from that lad.
Our agents report a flurry of communications between Garlemald and Ala Mhigo in recent days. 'Tis plain they are in the midst of deliberating their response to the Doman uprising.
Good. Every Imperial unit in occupied territory will be on the lookout for civil unrest. The fear of leaving critical locations undefended will make commanders think twice about committing their forces, giving us a chance to seize the initiative.
Yeah.
We have a chance, aye. Mayhap the last one we're ever going to get. While we've done our best to rebuild the resistance, the Imperials have only increased their efforts to root out sympathizers. If we keep on playing for smaller prizes, it's only a matter of time before they crush us again. And that we won't come back from.
A swift advance seems best for all concerned, not least poor Mistress Kryl.
Then let us waste no more time. The campaign for Ala Mhigo liberation begins now. Our first objective will be to capture Castellum Valadina. Take the bridge, and the whole of the fringes will be ours. From there, we can push east towards the peaks. I name this operation Rulga's Beacon. For as Rulga once sent his star to guide our ancestors to these lands, so too shall it see us home.
Dang. I actually forgot Ralban was Ala Mhigo. The success of this operation is paramount. So long as the Empire holds Castrum Valadina, the main host cannot advance. Zenos knows this, which is why he has ordered Fordola and her men to see to the bridge's defense. So we'll get to fight the skulls again. Butcher is not to be underestimated. She is decisive, ruthless, and feared by foes and friends alike. But we have a plan to defeat her. First, we send an alliance force down the main road, signaling our intention to mount an all-out assault. The garrison will muster their forces and prepare for a protracted battle. However, they will soon find that we are ill-prepared for their counterattack. Our men will begin to break ranks and flee. I see. Show them our backs. Give them a target too tempting not to pursue. Aye. Fordola is too aggressive not to press the advantage. She will order her men to give chase. We lure them as far as the east end, where the commanders will rally their forces and attempt to hold their ground. If all goes to plan, we should be able to keep the greater part of their garrison occupied, leaving us to tackle the bridge's remaining defenders. Very clever, sure. But what are we to do if the Imperials smell a rat and return before we've taken the place? I don't need you to take Valadina, Commander Kemp. All I need for you is to fly your flag from its tower. I mean to trick them into believing the bridge has fallen. Aye. We convince them that Valadina is lost, hit them hard with our reinforcements, and watch them go running for the hills. When the dust is settled, we regroup at the Castellum. What say you? It's a bold plan, but a good one. We'll do it. In that case, we shall support both the Resistance and the Alliance forces. Old Lys are involved. I ask that you accompany Commander Kemp. Alice and I will remain with the Flame General. We will return to Ralger's Reach and make our preparations. As soon as they're complete, we'll join you in the field. Godspeed. Jibber jabber. That got intense pretty quickly. Not gonna lie, I was kind of expecting a little more downtime before we were like, you know what, let's take it right now. But hey, not that I'm complaining. Action's nice. I wonder if what's-her-face, is it Fordola? Is she going to be the person I fight? Like the trial that awaits. I mean, like big trials have to be big enemies, right? Maybe they're gonna put her in a tank. In case you haven't noticed, the flag flying above Veladina is bloody massive. It'd take a dozen men to change it, and far too long besides. But there's no need for all that, right, Monago? Not so long as I have my griffin and a satchel of glamour prisms, no. Arnvald, you're in charge of the runners between us and the Alliance, no link pearls. Lise, I want you to look in on the squadrons. Make sure they've got everything you need. Everybody clear? Aye, sir. All forces are ready to depart for Castrum Corvi when ready. That will be all. Old, stay with me a moment if you will. There's a few men I'd like you to look in on personally. Each of them has lost people, and I can tell it weighs on their hearts. There's been a lot of new faces since you were here, so it's best I just tell you where to look. One's an officer you'll find in the barber. Another's an older fellow who likes to pass the time at the shore of the Starfall. The last is a fiery young lad from little Ala Mhigo, who I'm told trains by himself by the river to the fringes. You'll know them when you see them. Come find me when you're finished. Somebody hanging out by the Starfalls. I assumed that was the Starfalls. They really did give them to us in like the order we'd find them. Why, I know you. Private Sugarheart of the Twin Adder. It's an honor to meet you. I was living hand to mouth in Ul'dah, but decided to enlist in the flames after I heard tales of your daring do. And now, as fate would have it, I've been sent here to fight for my homeland's liberation. But this is no time to talk. I've got to prepare for the operation. Take care, Private. We'll give those Imperial Horsons what for? Language. Also, it's kind of funny that I'm still like a private and people talk to me like that's something worth noting. I have done literally nothing for the Twin Adders. I say, if it isn't the lad who helped me find the ward I misplaced. But there I go again, treating you as an equal. It wasn't until after you'd gone that one of my comrades pulled me aside and told me it was only the bleeding hero of Eorzea who'd taken time out of his busy day to help me. Well, what's done is done. But know that I will fight with every ounce of my strength in this coming battle, and the next, and the next. Mayhap that will serve to repay the favor. Fare you well. Yeah, fare me well. So you're getting pumped? Old, am I right? I doubt you remember me, but I'll never forget you. Saved my life in a little Ala Mhigo, you did. Wilred and the rest of us got into our heads that if we had enough crystals, we could summon Rhalgr, like the Almaja summoned their god. Thankfully, you put a stop to it. Ever hear what happened to Wilred? Joined the Braves. When they came calling, only to turn up dead one day. Never found out why. I reckon it doesn't matter. Dead's dead after all. But at least he died doing what he thought was right. maybe that's the best folks like us can hope for, eh? Not that I'm in a hurry, mind. It didn't really sound like they needed cheering up at all. I'm just glad it didn't make me emote on all of them. I do feel like I've found hot-blooded youth in a previous quest. Wonder if he had the same exact name before. You've had a word with the men I mentioned, huh? As I'm sure you've noticed, they've got another thing in common aside from tragedy. You've touched each of their lives in one way or another. But that's not the reason I wanted you to speak with them. A man who's lived in Gyr Abania his entire life, who bore witness to the realities of the occupation for 20 unbroken years. A man who fled Ala Mhigo in search of a new life, who swore to serve another nation, only for fate to conspire to send him back here. A youth born on foreign soil who never knew his parents' homeland, yet nevertheless felt kinship with our cause. You talking about Pippin? 3 men, 3 stories, 3 reasons. Yet all belonged to the resistance. Oh, you're talking about all of them. I thought you were like talking about General Aldine, but he's too old to be like born on foreign soil. In growing larger, we've grown more diverse. And while there's good in that, there's also potential for strife and discord. It'd take a special sort to lead such men to Ala Mhigo, don't you think? Someone like Lise? I see we're of one mind. She'll have to make the decision for herself, of course. You've traveled with her, been by her side when she's had to make hard choices. You've seen her at her worst and her best. You think she's got it in her, and she does. Look after her, old. She's our future, and my hope. Okay. I trust I needn't say that this conversation is just between you and me. Sure, I won't record it and post it on the internet. Good lad. Right then. You best head to Castellum Corvi, or what remains of it, rather. I don't know where Castellum Corvi is. Is that out here? Is that out there? Get into the Fatmobile. Slamming energy drinks. I did not sleep well last night, which doesn't bode well for me. I don't know what time you're watching this, but today is Halloween day. I kept like waking up once at like 11, then again at like 1, and then again at like 3 a.m. And so I don't know how much shape I'm going to be in for taking my kids trick-or-treating. I'm mostly looking forward to Saturday. Oh my god, I don't have any candy. What am I thinking? It's like I'm going to the grocery store for lunch. I'm really concerned that I can't cross this area. Is this a fake bridge? That looks pretty real to me. My personal favorite candy right now is Take Fives. It turns out chocolate, peanut butter, and pretzels is my favorite flavor. At least, like, my flavor of choice for sugary treats. You really do have a griffin. Neat. We'll lead the way while the other units launch their own separate attacks. Remember that we need to hold out until Mhigo sees to the flag. Got your gear in order? Any moment now. Level 69. Nice.
It's begun then.
Good. It's the waiting that drives me mad. Standing around, knowing what's to come. I'll never get used to it.
Calm down, Mhigo. You're making her nervous. We've come this far, haven't we? We just need to make it the rest of the way.
Right.
Looks like the bastards went for the bait. The bridge is ours for the taking. Now remember, Mhigo, I want you to make for the tower as soon as you see an opening and get that flag flying. We'll see to the fighting.
That is a big flag.
I won't let you down, sir.
Come then. Rhalga's star shall burn bright this day.
Yar. Quickly now, once we've got to reach Veladina before General Aldine is overwhelmed. Scouts ahead. They'll see us. Not if we kill them first. Okay.
Here it comes!
Just realized this is the first time I've had to push buttons all game. Ow. You can just missile me like that. Right. That's the last of them. Let's keep moving. Signs of sentries. General Aldine must have his hands full. And let's seize the bridge and be done with it. Let's peek my head around the corner here. They got dudes. Left a token force behind. Nothing we can't handle. Alright, we'll kill every last one of these savages.
Take this!
I mean, this is all easy enough, but man, they like to spread out. At least here I can hit a group of them at once. Just in time to watch them die. Think you're clever with all your little tricks? Think again. None of you are leaving here alive. Ew. Is it just you and me? I don't know what you're up to. Shenanigans, I see. You really don't seem like much to worry about. You gonna shove me? Creating pools on the outside, that's shovey behavior, if I've ever seen it. Ha! Predictable. Oh. Again with the shovey behavior.
Meet my new friend!
It's an interesting setup.
I'll cut you to pieces!
I overdid it on my mitigations there. But it's okay. You're dead. Nago! Made it. Now to hold on a moment longer.
God damn you! No more running! No more hiding! Let's finish this! Look! The flag!
The bridge is ours! Ala Mhigo! Ala Mhigo! Ala Mhigo! Yeah!
around! It's not over yet! Damn it!
Let them go, Lise. We've done what we came here to do.
Oop. I've got a fear of heights. Even like fictional heights will bother me. So like just seeing her up there like makes my palms sweaty.
Philadina is fallen? Impossible!
We have them on the run! Forward! No mercy!
Regroup! Regroup! We have to regroup! All units, fall back!
Hey, just curious, for the ninja, what does the mudra thing do that you cast? Shadow Walker or something that's called? Ooh. So, I think Shadow Walker is a buff that lands on you when you do something. And that gives you the ability to assassinate once for free, instead of like as a backstab from hidden. But I'll double check after this. I think the ninjas have like a backstab ability.
Commander, the 4th cohort has been routed. We'll be at the mercy of the enemy's reinforcements if we don't fall back now.
But you don't really get the opportunity to use it much. Solo at least.
Idiot! We have the stronger force by far. Don't be taken in by their tricks. Or would you rather tell Zenos you lost to this rabble?
No! But if the snakes betray us in the confusion, we'll have no way out. I'm begging you, Commander. Give the order, or we'll all die here.
As common traitors who drank of muddied waters. For all the good it did us. Skulls with me! The day is theirs, and so is this bastard bridge. Someone bring the snake.
I suppose. It's our first victory, isn't it? And that has to be worth something.
Ah, cool, cool. You saw me do it a couple of times, but didn't see anything flashy. Where is it? Gauge stuff. There's the trick attack. Delivers an attack when executed at the target's rear. So what gives me Shadow Walker? Is it you? It was not you. Was it you? Oops. Can never remember what triggers that. Once these are increased, Motai. Oh. Yeah, I don't know off the top of my head what gives me the Shadow Walker. It just kind of shows up sometimes. And I thought maybe looking at it I would find out. I did look it up once. It's a shame Fordola got away, but we did what we came here to do. I have to remind myself it's just the first step, but it's a big one. We're gonna take it back, all of it. One ilm at a time if we have to. Yeah. I like the snake lady. I wish they'd give you like weird playable races like this. I think it would be really funny if they introduced a race that could wear a hat, but then they took away like their pants and shoes. I think that would be a fun prank. There's still a chance that some Imperials are holed up inside the Castellum. We'll need to search it top to bottom just to be sure it's safe. In the meantime, I want you to rendezvous with the main host. Keep your weapons at the ready. There's a chance you might come face to face with soldiers on the run en route. Okay. On second thought, it might be prudent for you to do a preemptive sweep of the region for soldiers that have gone to ground. We shouldn't afford them any time to regroup and launch a counterattack. When you've judged your work to be done, report to General Aldine at the Bitter Mill. Alright. We find some scrubs. How do I get up there? Here we go. Alright, keeping an eye out for Shadow Walker. Within a dream didn't give it to me. You did that fancy business. What about you? Aeolian Edge? I didn't get it. Maybe it's when the Cosma toy loads all the way up. You know, the number of shurikens up there. Or maybe I missed it. Definitely don't get it from tortillas, but that's not gonna stop me. Oop, there it is. Hey, nerds. Alright. I'm gonna drop a Doton. Sploosh. Wait, I got Shadow Walker there. Oh, but I can't remember the last move I did. I think it was the last move of this combo. But I'm wondering if Doton, when it's expiring, gives me Shadow Walker. You saw it come up after you did the 3 signs and cast the mudra. I just didn't catch what symbol the mudra had turned into because you cast it so fast. So, I do the water blast sometimes, which ends in Jin. Then I do the Doton that ends in Chi. Was the water symbol? Oh, okay. Cool, cool. So the watery guy's doing it, eh? I could have swore it popped up in the middle of Doton. Now hold on. Actions and traits. Doton. No? Sweeton? Ah, yeah, so, okay, Sweeton grants Shadow Walker. There you go. About Huton. Huton also does it, but not Doton. Interesting. Okay. Nothing else does it? I didn't realize we get, like, level 76 stuff. Oh, maybe I should be doing ninja quests. Just realized I haven't done any since like level 60. Well met. All's well at the bridge? Good, good. The fighting has died down here too, as you can see. Pippin left but a moment ago with a contingent of troops to occupy Villadina. If and when the Imperials return, they'll find us dug in behind their own walls. Could not have hoped for a better outcome, General. Splendidly done. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. It'll take more than one Castellum to turn the tide. My men and I will deal with the remaining enemy forces. Scions, I bid you to return to Commander Kemp and his men. Delight not overmuch in victory, not when there's battles left to be fought. Our work here is finished. Our resistance allies are waiting. I like to save my ninja quest for like a good bundle. Like, maybe they should be the last things I do in Stormblood. Or maybe I'll just keep an eye out for when we hit level 80? 80 might be a little high. I have to check on the ninja quests after this to see what the deal is. Because if, like, the Stormblood ninja quests end at, like, level 70 or so, I might as well do them now. But if they end at, like, level 80, I should wait. Do all my ninja things in one go. Back so soon? I suppose the General and his men have matters well in hand. The Vice Marshal and his men showed up not long after he left. If the gods are good, there'll be no one left to fight. You always heard they should be done first since they unlock skills and passive actions that help with the content you are currently doing. They do that. But I'm trying to go for like a story a storytelling perspective here. Like, I don't want to interrupt the main story, like, to occasionally hit the the various ninja milestones. Like, I'm more considering what's fun to watch versus what's practical for me. It is kind of a disappointment because that does mean I'll be going into like trials with like my pinky behind my back, but you know, I don't really think the pinky matters all that much. Ooh, a new outfit. Kinda cool. I know you're not one for waiting, but if you'll bear with us. Commander Kemp, Marshal Terrapin reports that their sweep of the Castellum's interior has been completed. So it's finally over, eh? Pray extend to him my deepest thanks. Official then. Castellum Veladina is well and truly ours. Mayhap this calls for... Wait, where's Minago? She's still up there. She took her bird and flew off towards the Peering Stones, the village of the M tribe where she was born. Doubt that the Imperials who fled Veladina had a mind to give them trouble on their way back east, but she was nevertheless worried, so I gave her leave to go and see that her people were safe. Though I pray you're right, 'twould be best if Minago were not alone, if she should encounter the enemy. Agreed. Let's all go to the Peering Stones and make sure everything's alright. That's your wish. I have no objection. Just let your guard know when you wish to cross. What, the bridge? I mean, like, we just walk her out across the river like always. Right? Unless... Oh! I was thinking it was this bridge. This makes sense. Scion, you wish to pass? Yeah. Okay, now someplace I've never seen before. A lovely thunderstorm, too. Hey, Pippin. They up there? Looks like they're up there. How does one get up there? Probably via the road, if I had to guess. Doesn't feel like the safest place to be during a thunderstorm. Ah, there's my squad. So, path to the village is through the tunnel just east of here. Follow me. You remember, like, the lightning desert from Final Fantasy X? That's the vibe I'm getting. The one that freaked out Riku? The message is, join us as we stream Letter from the Producer live, LXXXIX. My Roman numerals are a little rusty. 89? Yeah. I think that says 89. It seems like a live Square Enix message. I don't know if I've ever seen one of those. There we go. Now we get a nice chocobo ride here whenever we need it. This water. Nice. This is a really tiny, tiny tribe.
Ah, you've come. Welcome, friends, to my village. My home.
How fare your people?
Good, all things considered. Better than the Ananta at any rate. They've sent an emissary. I'll take you to her.
The Ananta? They gonna summon a primal? That
We're
the
here to
trial?
help. Will you tell us what happened?
Aye. It began with a quarrel between the Imperials and the Kaliana.
The Kaliana are another Ananta tribe. The strongest and the most influential. Unlike the Vera, they want no part of our troubles. They swore fealty to the Empire, and were content to remain within their borders.
Just so. The Kaliana forsook their pride in the fight and yielded to Garlemald long ago. But then a new commander was sent to hold the Black Bridge. She demanded the Kaliana surrender a hostage, this butcher.
Fordola. It doesn't make sense, though. The Vera are the ones working with the Resistance. Why would she threaten the Kaliana?
Because she is ignorant like all Imperials. She knows not the difference between Kaliana and Vera, nor does she care to learn.
I see. All Fordola knew for sure was that the resistance would come from the west. She reasoned, therefore, that if the Ananta on the east bank turned their coats, she would be trapped. I take it the Kaliana had no choice but to oblige her.
No, they did not. The Imperials left with the Kaliana broodmother's own daughter, Ala Mhigo. Long days and nights she looked out on the Black Bridge weeping for her child. Until you came. The broodmother knew at once which way the winds would blow. She and her warriors met with the fleeing Imperials in the road and demanded that her daughter be returned.
That go.
Bad idea. Fordola's not the kind to take threats lying down.
You know her well. The butcher turned her blade to Ala Mhigo and bade the Kaliana move aside. But the broodmother would not yield.
I know where this is going.
I don't.
The Kaliana surrounded the Imperials, one of whom, whether out of fear or stupidity, cut the child down. There was naught that could be done.
What madness.
The true madness was yet to come. For in her despair, the Kaliana broodmother cried out for her daughter to be restored to life. She beseeched Sri Lakshmi's intercession.
She summoned a primal then and there?
that she did, if only for an instant. Bereft of courage and honor, the broodmother sought solace in her faith.
Now hold on. Sri Lakshmi actually sounds real. Is this... Did real life gods show up in here?
The Imperials fled in terror at the sight of the goddess, abandoning these lands to the Ananta. Now the Kalyana bid us make pilgrimage to pay proper respects. Yet though we Veera revere Sri Lakshmi as the holiest of the holy, we will not prostrate ourselves before her.
You believe she is one? Yeah, it's hard to say because I know there's probably like 14 really important Lakshmis in Indian history, and I haven't had the fortune to actually study any of it. No, Lakshmi Bai, she was pretty cool.
And so you turn to us.
Aye. All who have fought with the resistance have heard tell of the warrior, the icon slayer.
Who, me?
I believe we have heard enough. Inconvenient though the timing may be, if a primal has indeed been summoned, we can scarce afford to ignore it. We must needs discuss how best to resolve this situation.
I believe there's a few Asian ones in this expansion? Like a Byakko? Oh! Like the guy we fought in Turtle Town? Was his name like Yoshimitsu? Nah, Yoshimitsu, it's at the Golden Saucer. Right? Hard to keep track. All right, it seems like we're probably going to be doing the trial here very soon. Apparently the shirt I just picked up isn't good enough. Okay. We're about to, I think, do a trial. So if anybody watching wants to join, you're welcome to. We'll probably meet over on Primal Behemoth. What do you think? At the risk of sounding hopelessly naive, there may yet be a way to avoid a violent confrontation. In the past, I fear I've been rather too willing to accept that we have no other recourse than to risk our lives, or rather, your life, to address these threats. Byakko is one. Suzaku, Tsukiyomi, ones like that. I know Byakko and Suzaku. Tsukiyomi, I'm not super familiar with. That one sounds like a ghost. Yet the primals we faced thus far have demonstrated a variety of temperaments and objectives. Ravana may delight in battle, but Ramu would sooner keep to the forest with his children. Ere we decide to challenge Sri Lakshmi, it would seem wise to learn more of her nature from those who summoned her unto this world. If that is your will, then so be it. To the north you will find our village. Sarisha shall unfold all. We shall leave at once. Nago, can you inform our comrades at the bridge of what happened? Of course. Be safe, my friends. North this way? I don't pay attention, or I don't even have viewer counts visible when I'm playing, so I don't know how many people I actually have watching. It is Halloween, but it's like, it's 6 a.m. Halloween, my time. Oh, thank you for the follow. Their god of the moon, usually depicted as a woman. Oh. That's good to know. And so, like, I don't expect a lot of people to be awake at this time, as a lot of people are planning on staying up late tonight. Nevertheless, deals on the table. Everyone's welcome to party. Sarisha. We do not often receive guests. What is the purpose of your visit? Greetings and well met. We are the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, and we come seeking Sarisha of the Vira. You are she, are you not? You've petitioned us for aid and succor, and we intend to provide them. But we would first learn of Sri Lakshmi, that we might better understand the nature of the threat she poses to you. A simple request, one I shall gladly oblige. In the beginning was Sri Lakshmi. We were created in her image, daughters blessed with her beauty. Her breath became ours, her serenity our solace. There's naught she would not give. You don't mind helping? That would be great. I'll meet you at Limsa Laminsa on Primal Behemoth. 'Twas the Qualyana broodmother's desire to bring about her daughter's resurrection, which first called forth Sri Lakshmi from the Aether. That being the case, I rather doubt the goddess will be spoiling for a fight. That would depend. The Primal's motives have been colored by the summoner's state of mind, namely, that of the grieving mother who had just borne witness to her daughter's murder. Though she apparently craved a miracle, she may have also harbored thoughts of vengeance. Moreover, Kalyana's conception of Sri Lakshmi may differ from that of the Vira. This is true. The Vira and Qualyana do indeed regard the Lady of Bliss in different ways. To the Vira, Sri Lakshmi embodies freedom. She would not suffer her daughters to be bound by another's will, and so we stand with the resistance against the Empire and give our lives for the cause. Kalyana, however, she embodies transcendental beauty, which they strive to create through their craft. To shape crystal is less art and more ritual. A sacred duty wherein each tribe is imbued with a fragment of the soul. The Imperials do not interfere with this holy work, and so the Kalyana were content to turn it inward and ignore our plight. Until reality asserted itself, and they summoned a primal, fever dream to soothe their aching hearts. But surely they can see this won't do any good. The Imperials will still rule these lands, nothing will change. The Ananta will. The Kalyana bade the Vira make the pilgrimage to pay our proper respects, remember? Those who do not wish to partake in the Primal's bliss will be made to do so. Not while we're around, they won't. Though our beliefs are not the same, we are still kin to the Kalyana. Will you help them to see reason? You got it. Then we shall, for without you, we may be powerless to stop them. If we do not act quickly, more lives will be lost, more families torn apart, more children made to suffer. That's settled. We're gonna go find that primal and put an end to this. My sister Varja will guide you to Janan Cat. and I shall pray for your success. That was a rough thing to pronounce. Making a lot of assumptions here. Well met, Scions. I am Vara, she who shines bright and unbroken. I stand ready. We leave upon your command. Okay. The Lady of Bliss. Neat. You ready? You look ready. Janan Kat, there you will find Kalyana's crystals and Sri Lakshmi. Follow me. Wonder if it's far. It does not seem to be far. But I have no idea how to get through this mountain. This way? Sneak past the Gaganas. Oop, didn't get by that one. Or did I? Janan Kat, the path leads to the entrance above. Within is an aetherite. You must use it to enter. Understood? With me, everyone? This is a confusing path. It's a big elephant. Excuse me, ladies, pardon me. Cool, she's just kind of hanging out.
Why, mistress? Why does my Ala Mhigo slumber still?
Look thee on her face, supplicant. Thy prayer hath been answered. Flesh sundered hath been made whole. Blood spilt runneth through her veins. Breath stolen filleth her breast.
But she hears not her mother's words, nor sees her mother's face. She is silent and empty.
Only the vessel may be remade, not so the flame which flickered within. Her soul hath been scattered to the four winds.
That's pretty sad.
Now do you see her promises for what they are?
Alize, have you gone mad?
Mayhap I have, but I refuse to stand by and watch yet another tragedy unfold.
Who
intrudes upon this sacred ground? Imperials, thirsting for blood!
No! We come not to shed blood, but to save you from the false god who would lead you astray. I understand how you feel. I do. You loved her with all your heart, but when the moment came, you still couldn't save her. The anguish, the anger, I know it only too well. But I also know where this path leads. To embrace a primal is to condemn yourself to an endless cycle of despair. You will never know peace.
A worm-eaten heart may find peace and serenity in service, in beauty and grace. This hath ever been my promise. Naught else.
You tempt them with visions of things that can never be and leave them bereft and wanting. No illusion, however sweet, can change the fact that your daughter is gone. Remember her as she was. Do not suffer this piteous shade to tarnish her memory.
For every prayer that primal answers, it'll demand payment in kind. Do you have any idea how many more Ananta will die to feed its hunger for crystals?
They would have thee suffer man's spite and live in fear. Far better to dwell in my beauteous dream than endure so ugly a reality.
She's wrong! We hate the Empire as much as you, if you just listen!
Poor misguided children. I would spare you the torments of this cruel and misshapen world. Come, bask in my radiance. Let it fill your hearts and free you from your burdens.
Does sound nice.
Abide in misery then, fools. The Ananta are more deserving of my blessing. Leave these lands and my dreamers be. I will not warn you a second time.
Or, I know it was stupid and foolish, but I had to try. I had to. I had to try, and I failed, so you have to fight. There is no other way. Never stop trying. Means a lot to hear you say that. It does. But it doesn't make it any easier to have to ask you to face that thing. We can but do that which is within our power. Lise, Alphino, and I will go to seize their crystal stores. This will not happen again. And you, when it is finished, will be waiting for you. Doo-doo-doo. Alright. See if I can remember how to travel to another data center. I think I do it from any, like, aetherite, right? So I go here. Is that another world server? Is it another data center? is not here. So I have to go to the login screen. I think I change it from the character select. Visit another data center. There we go. For anyone wondering why we do this, it's because Dynamis Halicarnassus has extremely long queue times. That is just always it. Like, it's on underpopulated servers, so there's like an EXP boost bonus if you go there, which has been very handy. But the problem is, like, queuing up for any trials there takes way too long. This is my old character. From back when, before I became a streamer. Woo! Alright. Howdy. You must be our friend. There we go. Welcome to the party. Also, nice outfit and nice hair. I appreciate you. Is there anybody else coming to join? Hello, it's been a while. Happy Halloween. Happy Halloween, Wildflower. Waiting for somebody to flag me down. I'm gonna sign up for the duty. Let's see. You're the class you want to be, right? What's up? We are about to beat up Sri Lakshmi. It should be exciting. If I remember right, she's got a pretty cool song with her. I wonder if she has any special gimmicks I need to be aware of, because I'm going in completely blind. Also, love the black lipstick. It's a nice Halloween vibe. You need help with the duty? Yeah. If you can hop onto Primal Behemoth fast enough, you can hop in with us. Yep, she has a bubble mechanic. Oh. Do you attack the bubble to free whoever gets bubbled? But yeah, Wildflower, if you want in, let me know. I'll DQ and we can wait for you. I don't have a whole lot of time. I've got like 15 minutes before I need to take the kids to school. But we can wait a little bit. Oh, you likely won't make it? Ah, that's a shame. Well, I'll punch her in the face for you. Maybe, like, I don't know, squirt her with water. My best ninja attack. You've moved recently, so your internet isn't the best here? Oh, that's terrible. Another ISP bought up my internet recently, and they've made it worse. I think they've throttled me like in half, and I'm paying for gigabit. So I'm thinking of changing providers very soon here. Just not a huge fan of like bad service. She'll do a knockback that you have to use the bubble to live. Also, her big attack is a one-shot, so you'll need the bubble for. Okay, do you hop in the bubble or behind the bubble? I mean, odds are we just kind of like follow around whoever. Is she dressed up for Halloween? I think she is, but she's too fast to spot. You use it. It's a duty action. It'll come up when you get in the fight. Okay, good, good. I would have failed that without that instruction. I assume. I always... I don't worry too much about dying as a DPS. Because, like... The worst thing that happens is, like, I'm just out of the fight and it takes slightly longer. And no one bothers to resurrect me because I'm lowest priority. Do you remember you have to walk into the bubble to obtain it and then use it as a duty action when the time comes for the big attack? Yes, you do have to. Okay. I'll try to stick close to others. Now let's see. Oh, I've got a new dance. I had to spend my NGP on something. All those scratchers at the club. Nice. If the queue takes too long, you could just solo it for me? That... Yeah, that might happen. I don't know, we got a healer in the group. And so I think we're just waiting for, like, another healer to land so that this becomes, like, a priority duty. Hi, kitty. Hop on up. Ow. The cat knows it's almost breakfast time. And so he's gonna sit on my lap and be as distracting as possible. Is that your Halloween outfit? It's a good look. I feel like last Halloween there was like a big event where, like, I think Joe Cat did a stream. There was a big, like, costume contest. Hey, that's a good Kryl. Did that come with a wig? It changed your hair. Reminds me of the boss from Palace of the Dead on floor 50. Your buddy and I just beat her yesterday. Oh. Is that the lady with the head? Like the severed head she just hangs out with? Okay, this cosplay I don't know, but I'm down with it. I actually kind of regret not being a monk for Stormblood. Like, I thought ninja would be like a good thematic class. But like, I'm not enjoying it as much as I enjoyed like monking. I see you went like the pirate route. I went the cowboy route. Like, we could be ninjas, but let's be real. Ninjas are overdone. For one of the expansions, I'm going to be a ranged physical DPS. And I haven't decided which one to go with. Let's see. The next expansion, which I believe is Shadowbringers, I'm going to be a black mage. Because I was told that was a good fitting class. Is that a keyblade? No. That's a gun. See, I kind of want to be a machinist because guns. But like, Bard sounds kind of fun. So like, which would you choose for Endwalker? Would you be a Bard or a machinist? I think machinist would be the way to go, right? That's a cool outfit. How do you plan on leveling your range DPS up? The way I leveled Ninja up was, I think I took a week off where I just grinded solo dungeons non-stop until I was the right level. Alright, it's time to go. Was that your sexy dancer outfit? I suppose I could be a sexy dancer. I don't know if I have the speedo for it. Oh my god, I'm so nervous. That's your red mage? But she wasn't wearing any red or pants. Black mage is good, unless you want to do tanking, because dark is great. I already did a tanking one. Alright.
Open your heart to me.
I don't understand. The song is awesome. Am I doing the bubble now? One of our healers is dead. It's alright, we didn't need those. Right?
Rest your weary souls in my bosom.
I don't know what's going on. Bubble? I think you're... Whatever this is, it's awesome. We gonna do a Bollywood dance? Healers make it too easy anyway. Yeah, we don't need them.
I shall free you from your hate.
Whoops. Bubble. Oh god! Hey, I'm back.
Surrender to bliss.
It's cool, take your time. I'll go ahead and accept that.
Do not your souls weigh heavy?
I may have preemptively bubbled. Did I forget to bubble last time?
Your souls are stained.
Couldn't target her for a second there. My alarm telling me I gotta get the kids to school, but I gotta do a murder.
I shall free you from your hate.
My cat's complaining, saying it's breakfast time. He's giving me the bites. Let me target her, dang. Controller's giving me more trouble on this fight than any other in history. Flash! Woo! That was awesome. Oh man, I'm gonna be listening to that song all day at work today. Kitty. I'm being murdered. I couldn't give a condemnation to that last healer. I mean, commendation. You love that fight? It was a lot of fun. I liked it.
You did it again. You saved them. I just wish I could have been more help.
Me too.
So, it looks like the Ananta did have a mountain of crystals after all. Like every other tribe. Gods were all such slaves to our weaknesses.
our hope, our salvation. Is there no end to your cruelty?
Listen to me, please. I know that you're only trying to protect yourselves because you feel frightened and alone. But that's how we all feel. Don't you see? If we could just turn to each other for help instead of the gods, I'm sure we could find a way to live in peace. Your crystals are important to you, aren't they? Reflections of your souls, right? Well, you shouldn't have to sacrifice something so precious to a primal.
Who are you to question our choice? You who fight without fear? We wish only to live in peace. And if this be the price we must pay, then so be it!
That's always a fun fight. You wish you could have joined? The fight is rare in roulette. Yeah, I imagine anything like Stormblood and up is super rare. It's just daily praetoriums all day, every day, right?
I know there's nothing I can say to convince you. But I hope that one day you look back and see we only ever wanted the same thing.
It's hard to convince anybody to put, what, 140 hours into this game? I think that's about it, what we're at.
Begone, damn you! Spare me your hollow words, and leave me to mourn.
I'll go. But it doesn't mean I'm giving up.
This might be like the halfway point of the entire game.
Gyr Abania is our home too. And one way or another, we're going to have to learn to live together. Come on. Alphino and Alize are waiting.
Meanwhile, in the royal palace of Ala Mhigo, I am curious how this is going to go.
Ah, the savage returns, and with her tail firmly between her legs, beaten by beastmen, I hear.
It was a shameful display, by all accounts. She may have curried the Viceroy's favor with her bold promises, but in the end, she's just another plodding bungler like the rest of her kind.
Strange. You would think him a better judge of character. Then again, I hear she's not averse to a more physical mode of persuasion.
I thought she rose through the ranks rather quickly, but no longer. If only she had been content with her lot, she might have lived to see the morrow.
Heyo. Hey, the mech. How are you doing?
Fedola Rem Lupus. Commander of the Cranial Lupi, reporting as ordered.
Why do you tremble so? Could it be that the Empire's butcher is afraid? That she who walks with death is terrified of her own?
I'm terrified of dying having achieved naught. Gladly would I give my life to win a great victory on the battlefield, had I but the strength.
Alas, you do not. Indeed, you are weak. And born of this weakness is a blind fervor, a raging inferno which threatens to consume not only you, but everyone around you.
Good to duck. How about you? I'm doing pretty good. I mean, I'm in a blind fervor, you know, a raging inferno, which threatens to consume not only me, but everyone around me, but I'm pretty good.
Yes, my lord.
You were defeated by the Resistance on several occasions. You misjudged the Ananta and spurred them into summoning an icon. Have you anything to say?
Oof, sounds heady? Nah, it's just, you know, normal workday stuff. It's almost Saturday, though.
I do not, my lord. My failures are my own. I am prepared to accept your judgment.
And that is very admirable. However, I've had enough of this dumb show. Give voice to that hunger I see in your eyes, or I will pluck them from your head.
I want... I want to make them pay! All of them! Everyone who ever mocked or looked down on me! I want the power to make them pay!
Very well.
He's got the weekend vibes, too.
And I shall give you a chance. A chance to transcend your mortal limits. Assuming, that is, you are prepared to wager your life for such power.
Transcend, my lord. I came here prepared to die. Tell me what I must do.
That Dr. Hojo. If his name really is Hojo, that would be really, really cool. I wish we could have left on better terms, but that was never going to happen. It could be a problem if they ever get their hands on more crystals, though. Never mind. We'll deal with that when the time comes. Give me this. Can I wear it? Yeah. Alright, where am I? Way out here. Okay. Thank you so much. I had a great time. I wasn't sure we'd make it to the trial in time, but we did, and it was a really cool one with really good music. And we got shoved off a cliff, you know, the usual. But I gotta get the kids to school. Have a happy Halloween, everybody. And I will play more next week, next Friday. Unless you want to watch me play Dune Awakening, I'll be doing that. I'll be starting that on Saturday. And aside from that, I'll keep playing Battlesuit Aces, which nobody likes. But I'm going to play it until I beat it, because I like it. I think it's a really well-made game. Nobody wants to watch. Shame. Special shout out to Snow Cub for popping in and helping me with that battle. And everybody else, have a good night. Ooh, do stick around. I'll find somebody to raid, though. You guys still want to watch Final Fantasy XIV? Sandra's usually playing right around now. And she is. I think she streams on YouTube too, so I can raid over there. All right, have a good day, everybody. Bye-bye. Sorry, it's taking me a little bit to figure out how to read on YouTube. I think they changed something.